ledger as well. So I start off with the chips, and I do the chip trays. I have somebody come up with the slicer and do that, and I have somebody do a little salt dance when they do the little salt shake around it. But so that's what I do with the cooking part. I think that people have to see the chip maker in action to believe how awesome they are. So then after that, I do my cooking, and then I say, oh great, who loves free stuff and specials? Woo, woo. Yay! All right, so Adrian, did you have a question for me today?
I did. Hey Cammie, what do I get for having an awesomely fun party with my friends?
Oh, I am so glad you asked. That's such a great question. All right.
Oh,
so,
that's good.
You really pass that out?
I do.
Yeah, that's funny. I like that.
And so I just ask them, what kinds of discounts do you think you get for hosting? And they shout out free stuff, fun time with friends. So I tell them, oh my gosh, check this out. And this is taller than I am. Can you believe this? Everything you get on here, you can have them like read, shout out the different things, or I go through them, and then at the end I say, now shout out the top thing you're going to be most excited about when you host your show. So I go through that, and then so this is the first thing I do after my show, and then I say, it ends on the kit. So I tell them, this is such a great deal, man. I'm not a home show stalker lady. I'm not going to call you every day. I'm not going to text you to sign up to do this. But this business is too good for me to not tell you about. So I kind of get into that. I tell them my story. That's the second thing I do. And then the third thing is I wrap up with my ticket activity where I tell them, okay, well, I think that Amanda had a question. Do you have a question for me, Amanda?
Hey, Cammie, why do you love your job?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. That's such a great question. Okay. So I just do those little two prompted questions just because people laughing. And I just tell them, guys, this is, evolved from what I started as. I do my story, and I just kind of tell them, okay, for the last 3 minutes, like lightning round, this is your chance to ask me any questions about what I do as a consultant. You're going to get tickets, you get extra, or clothespins, you're going to get extra clothespins for being super nosy. So I just kind of wrap it up that way and play that game at every show, whether there's 3 people there or 30 people there. I just think it's a great idea. You can't expect them to want to sign if you don't inform them of why they would want to do this. Even if you're brand new, say, I'm brand new at this, but these are the reasons I got into the business, and this is what I've been enjoying, and I want to give you the chance to ask questions. If you don't know the answer, that's okay. Say, that's a great question. I'll find out and I'll get back to you. You don't have to play it for a couple minutes. You even have their scripted questions you can pass out too. You can even, have those. So that's kind of what I do on my show. I keep it the same every single time. Same order, same, I do the same 4 recipe options for the last 6 years. I'm boring. I do the same things. So I find that you want to be so great at your recipe that that you can do it in your sleep, and that way you're having fun with your show. What was that? Fajitas, barbecue chicken, the Roma and Maria pasta, and I'll do the Italian beef hoagies, or I'll do some other seasonal things like the loaded baked potato chowder, things like that. But I always want to do something in the deep cover baker and use the rock crock as a dessert now. So. And thanks to Kathy for making our pineapple upside down cake today. So make sure you try that. Super easy. If you want to have your host make that as the dessert when you get to the show and show off the rock crock. So we'll turn it over to Brandy. She's going to show us what she does at hers.
I was going to say, I'm not going to demo it just because we're running out of time. But with the fajitas, I always do the new, I used to use the other bamboo, but now I use the new bamboo platter with a simple additions, and I do the guacamole in here, and then I make the chips on the chip maker so that way they get to see that in action, and then I just make my own flour tortillas. So you just cut them with a pizza cutter in small little triangles, place them on the chip maker, and then put them in the microwave 1 minute, and then 1 minute, and you're done, and you have your homemade tortillas. And then I'll have flour. Yep. I'll do 2 avocados, a lime, and then the packets. So I have that kind of sitting there so that way they can play with the mix and chop, cut the avocado with the avocado peeler, which I don't have because it's at my sister-in-law's house. And then they just make that there, and then we transfer it over to that. So that's their little dipping for the guacamole.
So how do they make the guacamole then?
You just take 2 avocados, peel them, put them in, add the guacamole season, mix it up with the mix and chop, squeeze the lime in, and that's it.
Awesome.
Do you have the citrus
With the citrus press.
I don't have citrus press. Yeah,
you want to use a pampered chef seasoning, you can not use the packet and use 2 tablespoons of the Southwest seasoning and a can of 5 roasted tomatoes or Rotel, and then your dough outside.
Yeah, see, that's too much for me.
I like doing it that way because it means you can, guess what, I saw her make this, and I can go home and do that tonight. And I don't have to wait to order anything, and it keeps excitement with people, and they really love it. It is actually actually really good. The
Hammer
key
Shack
is the
used to
lime
sell the
juice
guacamole.
with the packet seasoning. The lime juice is it. So
Yeah,
get a
people, like,
citrus
they will
press.
not get away from
They
the
will
table
not
with that.
stop. And you would be amazed how many people have no clue how to cut an avocado and pit an avocado. It's super easy.
It's very easy.
Or even how to buy one. People don't even know how to buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how to buy one because of Facebook, but I don't know how to do it.
Okay, so we actually have an avocado peeler that looks like a little funky little spreader, but so you can grab that. But you just cut because you can feel
You can feel the pit just
inside of it.
into the pit and go
and
around.
then
Twist it. I twist it.
comes off, and then like you can just like
Sometimes
our
slam your knife in it.
Smack it,
Slam
and
your
then
knife down
twist
in the
it.
pit.
yeah, I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Like this.
Just smack
Here.
it.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
I
So
like
you
my
run it
hand.
across. You take this. You go like this. You twist it. And then you take it to the trash can and hit the
Well,
handle. It'll fly off.
And I keep it in there so that way it
Yeah.
doesn't brown.
Yeah. See, I don't have an
If you
issue.
don't know, the cool
It's
tip
eaten.
about your guacamole not turning brown is you keep the seed in it, and it thinks it's inside.
If you wonder why
it's
Marin is always
still.
covered
When you use the lime, it won't turn.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's the other thing. It
Oh,
won't
mine's
turn
still
brown
turning.
because the lime juice. You don't need to pit it.
But it also won't.
Peeler.
It'll.
Yeah, use that party. Be left
Or like apples.
The peeler that we have is just
I gotta go home. See, with apples, I like to.
I've
never used those to make it sour. I use that to make it, yeah. That's a little more.
Say something profound. I'm gonna stop this. Say bye or something.